I want to call it a fusion core because it does the same thing as a fusion core, but that's not what it's called. Thank you! I was like, I know what it does, I just can't remember the name right now. God, I even made one of those, like, did I make it today? Or was it yesterday? Anyways. Yes, Fleet Beacon. There are, Corruptors out now, so he's gonna need to start thinking about getting some, Void Rays, or more Void Rays, I should say. He has 1 or 2, I think. Or at least he did, last I checked. He has 1 Void Ray. Which, I guess 1 Void Ray is enough for now. But if the Corruptor count continues to climb, then he will definitely want more. So, in spite of the rocky opening, I definitely feel like things have transitioned more or less into a normal PvZ. Stats needs to think about taking his 4th if he's not going to attack. I cannot see his supply because patch. So I don't know if he's maxed or not. Actually, I could... Wait, is it? Oh. Duh. Army value, worker value, add. Is it close to 200? Stats is nowhere near max, so Su actually has a considerable lead on him at the moment. His macro has just eked him an edge in this game. So, I'm gonna say that Stats needs to take a good fight. Otherwise, he's gonna be in trouble because the Zerg transitions will keep up with the Protoss transitions as they are on par tech-wise. And so, yeah. Stats is behind, but not, like, painfully so. He just needs to do something. He cannot just sit here and not take his 4th. Okay, he's gonna try and take his 4th, while he gets into position. I'm not sure if I like the location of his 4th, but I don't really see a better alternative. So that's never good. When your 4th is in a precarious position like this. Su is coming. He's gonna go for the natural after getting the Protoss out of position to properly defend this. And I think Stats is going to be in trouble if he cannot get some good force fields down now. Basically, he needs 1 force field here and 2 here to section the army off properly without taking too many losses. Actually, those Zealots warping in are going to sort of serve the same purpose. So Stats should be able to clean up the ground army if Su sticks around. He's not going to. Do those have charge? They do not have charge. There is blink though. Mutas are in the main, and they are protected by a healthy number of corruptors. There are cannons here, but the Void Ray Phoenix composition is not in position to greet this army. Void Ray is staying with the Colossus. I think it's on follow Colossus mode. I'm not kidding. You right click on the Colossus with your Void Ray. These Phoenixes do not want to trade against the Corruptors. They want to target down the Mutas, but they're on strike. I think that was like a move or something. The Phoenixes are going to try for another angle now, but I don't think this is going to go so well. The probes are being evacuated as a result. They're gonna go straight to the... No, the 4th isn't done. They would be going to the 4th right now if the 4th were on time. But this heavy Zerg air army is going to cause Stats some grief. He's gonna actually take his Phoenixes cross map, and basically the reasoning is all the anti-air in the Zerg army is in his base. So if he brings his Phoenixes across the map, then he's going to force the Zerg to come home. I don't know how well that holds up in theory, but that is the theory. I think Sue is going to say to himself, well, if your Phoenixes are at my base, then you have no anti-air at home defending your army. So he's gonna come pick off the Colossus, and that's going to give the Zerg ground army free reign. Divide and conquer really is the idea here. So great decision making by Sue, recognizing the Protoss weakness in this position. So I don't know how Stats is ever going to put his 4th up, and I don't know how he's going to rival the Zerg composition either, because there's just too much Zerg right now. He is getting charge. What is that? Air attack. And +2 attack for ground. So, like, in theory, once all that completes, he can try to max out on all his whatever he can produce, just anything, and go for an all-in, sort of, and hope that the Zerg is out of position. Yeah, that's not gonna work. He's trying to even up the worker count, but it's way too late. Sue has a massive bank now, so that's not gonna really accomplish anything. Yeah, I don't know. Things are looking bad for Stats. The odds are not in his favor.
Statistically speaking, do you see any way he can get out of this?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
He is zoning the Stalkers now that he has a good blink force. Or the Mutalisk rather, now that he has a good blink force with his Stalkers. So he will be able to... actually, with Blink Stalker, that's actually the composition he wants. That makes the most sense, because then he can actually challenge the Zerg army as opposed to just hoping it's out of position. The Corruptors are coming back though, and so these Phoenixes need to back up. I mean, there's a lot of Blink Stalkers. It's just... here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna get a lot of Blink Stalkers. And he's gonna keep growing in Blink Stalkers. Then the Zerg is just going to transition into, like, Ultralisk, or... Mass Roach. And you're gonna have nothing to stop the ground. I mean... What is that? That's Hive is researching, so yeah, he could definitely go for those Ultralisks, like I was saying. Gonna pick off some roaches and try and get his 4th up again. I mean, I guess his main is mined out at this point, surely. Well, almost. He still has some there, but his natural's oversaturated. Probably from pulling probes so many times, running away from these Mutalisks. Phoenixes are gonna pick up all the roaches. And Mutalisks are gonna fly in the main again. Blink Stalkers are here. And they will try and get rid of these Mutalisks. They really need to focus the... Are they going for the Corruptors instead? I mean, in theory, if you lower the Corruptor count to virtually nothing, you can produce Colossus again, but... I think he needs to deal with the Mutalisks because the Glaive is just going to kill all the Stalkers if he... Okay, it was just auto-fire. Now he's focusing the Mutas. So with good blinks, and if those Phoenixes come back, he can definitely clean it up. Now they're gonna come over. Well... Now they should come over. They're picking off Mutalisk reinforcement, so that's kind of good. But now there's no more Blink Stalkers, and we only have Phoenixes against Corruptors and Mutalisks. Okay. I think Stats was afraid of a Roach transition and did not deal with the air properly. So now he cannot establish his 4th. His Immortals are getting chipped away at by these Zerglings. One might fall. Okay, it will barely survive. And the Stalkers are in trouble. This! Here! Why not? I mean, yes, I get it. You want to pick off the reinforcing Mutas, but you can do that closer to the Mutalisk flock so that you can... Never mind. Anyways, these Zealots are going to harass, which he needed to do 10 minutes ago, given how the circumstance was. I mean, yes, he didn't have the minerals 10 minutes ago, but now he will have no income whatsoever. He's just in desperation mode, essentially. And there's not really anything he's going to be able to do because he has no Void Rays to deal with the Corruptors. He has Stalkers now, and they're going to try and chip away at this, but I'm afraid it's just too late. I mean, if he had a couple Archons, maybe I'd start to believe again, because I've seen Archons take out Zerg Air like nobody's business before.